back, I am going to start on the procedure of project writing in specific performer form with explanation thereof, but the explanation is to be recorded by the students. All of us know that we are currently working in DLRMP project. In any project, we have to prepare a detailed project report. This detailed project report is not a matter of one shot and fall writing. It has to be written part-wise as per progress of the report and the experience and obstacles and problems faced, gained therefrom and faced there in the field. Thus, we are giving an example of how to write project report, only a part. This is only the project initiation report part. For the part that is to be written in between and at the end, I shall discuss it later on. The name of the project is DLRMP East Siang, Arunachal. At the outset of lecture on these topics, I told that we should also note and mention the necessity of the project also. The name DLRMP is chosen because it tells the necessity of the project, that is Digital Land Record Maintenance Project. So this means the purpose is clear. We have to create land record. This is the purpose, the first purpose, and the secondary purposes will come afterwards, which I shall discuss later. Name of the client, this is the government of Arunachal Pradesh, because the government of India has assigned to each state government the task of carrying out DLRMP. So, area of study, since we are concerned with the district of East Siang, so we shall write here district East Siang, Tukshin circle, Silvan circle, Pasighat circle, and three other circles, that is Bilat, Dancing and Mebo. All these circles constitute the district. Methodology of study. This is concerned with how shall we carry out the progress, carry out the work. This is methodology of study. Since in the DLRMP we have to visit all houses, all places, we are therefore adopting census method. I have written therefore census method. इसमें कोलोन एक होना चाहिए था. Visiting all plots, all households and places, including rivers, hills, forests, and recording with the help of DGPS, PS, GPS, along with socio-economic survey. Why this is so written? Because since we have to visit all houses and all plots and record the names of owners and record the drawings of every features of landmark. Therefore, this is written because the socio-economic survey covers all the households and recording the plots against their name, while for the other landmarks, the drawing will be made, effected with the help of DGPS, TS and GPS according to suitability as per the geographical features. Manpower involved. We cannot start all the places at a time because it will be very, very cumbersome and difficult for the management personnel to cover all the places and all the teams simultaneously. Also, it will involve very much less cost and this will result in poor centralized supervision and also the bad outcome. Therefore, the persons involved are 15 members in the form of 3 surveyors. Out of the 3 surveyors, one is DGPS surveyor and 2 rovermen for DGPS team, and 2 surveyors are for TS team. For the DGPS, 2 rover ROVER. Roving, who will travel, roverman, and drawing men also for TS team. For 2 TS team, 1 drawing man will be sufficient for TS and 2 prism men for TS team, and 6 GPS operators in each site. That is 6 GPS operators will form 3 GPS teams. The 6 GPS operators will form 3 GPS teams. Next comes the question of mobilization of the team. Mobilization team will be mobilized from one circle for Ruxin I have cited because I personally visited the site, and it is clear that it will be easy to move the team from Wayang for the Ruxin and Siloan circles, and for Pasighat and Bilaj circle, it will be easier to move the teams from Bilaj circle. This is because not only we will look at the interest of the work, but also at the interest of the persons also. In Wayang, there is availability of foods, just as in Pasighat. So, and also it constitutes a livable place. Therefore, these 2 types have been selected by me for establishing headquarters, that is establishing camp for the purpose of survey. So, total budgetary allocation required. Fooding for 31 members. This I have mentioned a 15 members team for each site, but there must be a field manager who is the 31st member at the rate of rupees 100. Rupees 100 per man per person per day.
Per day को meet किया.
You may ask if this allotment is sufficient, considering the price in Arunachal Pradesh. This is highly insufficient if we opt for fooding in shops and restaurants. But if we live in a camp and purchase the things and prepare according to the taste and preference of the members, this amount is quite sufficient. And transport will be effected in the form of 2 carts for 2 sites. The manager will visit one site and one site on every alternative day. So he can accompany the team of one site on that specific day. The transport cost is 50,000 per month for 2 years for 2 sites, and the total is 12 lakhs. Purchase of data 6 lakhs. Purchase of data is to be effected from the head office of land management as also from other sources, that is from other sources who will demand cost as per rules, and that is not illegal. Room rent is 2,40,000, considering that the charge of every camp is rupees 5,000 per month. Marketing costs rupees 4 lakhs. In marketing cost is included the cost of meeting with the Gauvras, the cost to be incurred at the time of cross-checking, because we will have to provide some entertainment to the Gauvras and also the team that will come from the land management office, who will cross-check, and therefore they will have to be provided vehicle facilities. That vehicle has to be hired, and also some fooding has to be entertained, to be given to them. Otherwise, they will not be able to work at all. This is not right, and that is also legal or permitted by humanitarian ground. Now come to the matter of work. The team has been sent, but the team will be sent to the respective place. We shall start from Ruksin on the one end and from Pasigat on the other, but we shall have to keep the habit of effecting cross-checking intermittently, LY. That intermittent cross-checking of data. Otherwise, once we collect full data and then cross-checking is undertaken, it will be very much difficult for the team and for the authority coming for cross-checking to get a fair idea of what has happened, and in case serious errors crop up, so we will have to ado the work from the beginning, that is, start the work from the beginning. That will inflict on us a huge burden of costs, that will result in loss of the company, which is not permitted from the point of view of statesmanship. So it is better to bear small costs and arrange for cross-checking by the department officials by keeping perfect liaison with them and seeking their help in the form of sending the persons, just as at the time of meeting we shall have to seek the help of the DLRSO and CEO, the settlement Kanungo and the Mandals in the time of convincing the Gauvra and the local authorities. While we shall send the team, members of which are not well acquainted with the local area, so we will have to take the help of volunteers also. So they will take some payment, which will be a part of marketing costs, because these volunteers will lead the team members to every household and every sites and explain them in brief in their local language the purpose of our team, that is the purpose for which our team is visiting the village, and deal of the work. So this is also part of cost of marketing. That is, they are marketing the project for us among the grassroots level of the villagers. this marketing cost, I think is 4 lakh will not be sufficient. It should go up to 6 lakhs. Now, this is the first part of report writing. And as soon as we send that in and implement the first part, we will be able to get a glimpse of the picture and also the quality and goodwillness of the members of our team, as also the persons of the local people where we are going to approach for survey, and also the nature of the village administration headed by Head Gavura. So this is all for this day, and there are 2 other forms. I have already told that DPR report is not completed once for all. It has to be revised in the intermediate period. That will give us a glimpse of our problems and the solutions and the amount of cost that may be incurred either in reduced form or in increased form in the process of executing the project. That is all for this day. Thanking you for your patient hearing, and I shall explain the latter 2 parts afterwards. Thank you.